Here we are on Street 184 outside the beautiful plantation, but we're not going there. We're going across the road here to this vegetarian restaurant, and we are going to consider our options and how we're going to go about getting back into Vietnam now that Vietnam has said that it'll be reopening on March the 15th, but it's not going to be quite as simple as buying a ticket, turning up at the airport and going there. So not this vegetarian restaurant, but this one where we can sit down. What's it called? It's called Surnyi Vegetarian Restaurant. Let's go in and have a look. Because a couple of days ago Vietnam announced that it is reopening on March the 15th 2022, so I need to go and find out some things. So today I plan to make a little reconnaissance to find out where I need to go and what is involved. One of my concerns is QR code when I get to the airport in Ho Chi Minh City. Now, it used to be that when you arrived you could pick up a SIM card before you went through immigration. What's it called? Border control or something like that. But I did see that until recently they haven't been offering that. Maybe when they fully reopen they'll be offering it again. Ah, here we are. Thank you. Vegetarian curry noodle soup. I'm going to go down to Vietnam Airlines, which is only about 4 blocks from here according to Google Maps. It's Saturday. If they're open, I'll go in and make inquiries. I could do it online, but I don't want to. Well, I have actually tried to do it online, but their website's not all that responsive at the moment. Maybe they're just reorganising because of the recent announcement. I have to decide whether I really want to buy a one-way ticket and not a return. Mainly because, you know, something may happen and the flight gets cancelled, and so I've paid for 2 flights instead of 1, which I have to get refunds for. And depending on the type of visa I get, whether I get a 1-month visa or a 3-month visa, you know, I may be able to come back here by bus, which is only $12.50. So I can leave that right up until the day of departure. Insurance, I've found out, is going to be good because you can pick up insurance on arrival in Vietnam, obviously offered by the government. It costs $30 and you get $10,000 medical coverage just to cover you in case you catch COVID, cover your medical expenses. So that's a good one. Then when I arrive, my landlady will notify the authorities that I have returned, and I'll have to stay in my apartment for 1 day, and then after that I can go out, or I'll be monitored by the local Medicare for 1 week. So no doubt I'll have to give some sort of, probably do a test and come up negative within a week. If I don't come up negative, then that $10,000 life insurance will kick in. I need to get a vaccination certificate to show that I've been vaccinated here, and I am going to try to get a 4th vaccine shot or a 2nd booster before I leave. I'll be eligible for it. What else do we have to do? I'll get visa. I'll do that later. I want to buy the ticket first. I've got to get the ticket, sort out the insurance, well, that's sorted, get the vaccine certificate, and then I can go down to the Vietnamese embassy, apply for the visa with all that paperwork. And then after that it'll just be a matter of getting a PCR test within 72 hours of the flight back to Ho Chi Minh City, a mere 200 kilometres away. But just inaccessible for the last 2 years.
We're off on
on our quest. There's a city bus. Just in case you want to know, there are city buses. They cost next to nothing. I'm not sure how developed the network is. So where are we? We're on Preah or Norodom Boulevard. Can't see the sign. So Wat Nom is down there, and the Independence Monument is down there. We're going to go about 2 blocks up that way, and then 1 or 2 blocks in. And where are we off to? We're going to Vietnam Airlines. I want to investigate this in person. The problem, I think, is at this time of uncertainty, if you book online, I had noticed I've been investigating airfares for the past 2 years, and when you go on those cheap flight type places, they still have all the flights advertised from before the pandemic. So what they'll do is they'll sell you a ticket on a flight that doesn't exist. There's an Independence Monument down there. So they sell you a ticket on a flight that is no longer operating. And so then you've got to go through getting the refund process. And one thing I wonder about refunds, sometimes you don't get them at all, but you know, when you buy an airline ticket, you see that there's a thing of taxes there, so you've got all sorts of taxes that you pay on it that might be actually quite considerable. They add up, you know, airport landing tax, blah blah, surcharge. But why don't they refund that part first? Because if the flight's not going, it's not subject to those taxes, but they don't. So either they don't charge you the taxes until the flight is confirmed, or when they tell you that the flight isn't going to happen, and they'll refund you, but it's going to take anywhere from 3 months to 2 years to get your refund or voucher or partial this and that or whatever. They should refund the taxes immediately, if they were never theirs in the first place. If the flight's not going, it's not subject to taxes. 208, not this one. Is it? Samdek. No, I think it's Street 214. I just came out of Street 184. KFC there. Just so you know. One of the few American fast food brands that is actually very popular in this part of the world. So, this is my rant about the taxes. Chip Hong Commercial Bank. I sometimes go in there to change money, because when you get money from an ATM, like American, they often give it out in $100 bills, which is absolutely hopeless, you know, to try and pass with a small trader here, because they don't deal in those sorts of sums. So then you have to go to the bank. Generally they're good. I was asked once if there's a street sign over there, if I had an account at the bank. I said I didn't, but it wasn't a problem. There's a school over there, and we're off. I think this might be the street we're going to. Street 214. You go, I don't know how to pronounce Samdesh Pan Avenue, or Street 214, or Rue 214. There's that big Chip Mom Bank on the corner. And there's another bank here, the Oriental Bank. It's a Saturday. I'm guessing Vietnam Airlines will be open. There's I looked this up on Google Maps. There was another place around here that I have to go to too as part of my investigation. I looked that up on Google Maps. I went over there and it wasn't quite where Google Maps said it was. Oh look, Dairy Queen. You know they had those here. So I had to walk around a little bit. We're supposed to be near an intersection and the street it showed it on, it wasn't there where Google Maps said it was. So I wandered around. It took a little while, 15 minutes or so, and then I did find it around the corner, only about 100 meters away, but it didn't seem. I wonder what this is. Bread Talk. I wonder if it's a bakery. Looks like a bakery. Oh, look at that. Croissant. Oh, maybe I'll go in there on the way back. Oh, there's a restaurant over there. Looks quite nice. So according to Google Maps, I'm going to find Vietnam Airlines on the other side of the road. So I'll make my way over here. Yes, and as I was saying, I don't want to the perils of trying to book online, you know, from a generic site first of all. They might offer you a ticket on a flight that's not actually going. But what do they care so long as they get your money? So I thought, okay, I'm going to find Vietnam Airlines. I'm going to go physically to the office and I'm going to make inquiries. Now, Vietnam only recently announced it was reopening, so they still may not have everything together. But apparently it was going to be full resumption of all pre-pandemic flights from March 15th. I feel if I go down to Vietnam Airlines, I'll confirm it with them. I can buy a paper ticket there. I will, not today, but within about a week. One-way street here. Quite busy. Central Market, a beautiful building. It's down there, about 15 minutes walk. 1930s Art Deco building. VC Optics. Up here. Optician. There's a big apartment. And hotel. Pho Town. I would expect to see Vietnam Airlines somewhere close to Pho Town. Got to get street numbers. There's a big mansion here. 25A. It said it was at 50. Oh, what have we got here? I'm feeling hungry. Hello. What are you eating? What are you eating? Oh, looks good. Feeling hungry. Ministry of Economy and Finance, General Department of Internal Audit. Teppanyaki, sounds Japanese. Oh, look at this. It's like an old building refurbished. It's a postmodern wonder. Old, I'd say, because of the detail. Yeah. Old French colonial building. This is a new one here. Wonder what it is. It says over there. Space for rent. Don't have to worry about that. There we go, there's an arch there. Maybe even pre-Louis Sullivan. Vietnam Airlines, yes. Here we are. Vietnam Airlines. Can we even get in there? Number 41 route. Can I go in there?
What?
Are they open? Okay, it's Saturday, they're not open, but apparently I can go in on Monday. So here we are, Vietnam Airlines in Phnom Penh. I am really hungry now. So we'll go to that other place and we'll see them. Well, I'll show you where they are and what they do. It is where you get the vaccine certificate, or, you know, my vaccine passport, or the equivalent. It's a private medical place. It's not far from here. But should I eat first? Rice. Yeah. Okay, that corner back there is Street 214, which Vietnam Airlines is on. So I've just walked down a little way and turned right. And we come down here to Raffles Medical Centre. And this is the place where you get the your certificate, which constitutes a vaccine passport. I've been in there. It cost $25 US. They asked what country I wanted it for, and I said Vietnam, so I guess they make a certificate specifically for Vietnam or whichever country you're going to, and maybe even in the appropriate language. So I'm not going to get the certificate today because I'm hopeful that I might be able to get one more booster shot in a couple of weeks' time, or before I depart. Now what we need to do is look for some food. Shall I go to that bread place? Let's check it out. It'll probably be very expensive. Could get a croissant. Maybe they get a ham and cheese croissant. Now this is Street 222. Raffles is down there, so 214 will be the next one. So I came down not one short block, but two short blocks. And this is that busy one-way street coming up from the Central Market, which is an architectural wonder. I did notice reported in the Khmer Times a couple of months ago that all sorts of mandates have been passed to protect old buildings. They understand the importance of colonial architectural past and seek to preserve it, which is good. It makes an interesting physical environment. Speaks a little bit to the history of the place. Combi. So what do you say? What do you say indeed? Poor guy, waiting to inspect people. I wonder if I went past that bread shop. This looks like it. Bread talk. Let's go in and have a look. I'm hungry as anything. Maybe they'll let me Well, maybe they won't. Oh look, they're rolling the pastry. That's a good sign. So what do we have? Got a sugar loaf. Nope. Plain croissant 4,600. Garlic toast 3,400. Baked ham and cheese sandwich. That's what you get. Oh, can I get a baked ham and cheese sandwich, please? To eat here. How much is it? 8,900. That is about $2.40. Yeah.
Only one, sir.
Huh?
Only one, sir.
Yes, please. So that's what happens. What have we got here? From Singapore to Cambodia. Timeless signatures. Bread Talk. Oh, so it must be Singaporean. Bread Talk Cambodia. So there it is. About $2.40. That's very expensive by local standards. What the heck? The waitress was very nice. Even asked me where I was from. Oh, thank you. 100 back, 100 real. Which is probably somewhere in the order of 6 cents. Quite hard. Okay, security guard keeping himself busy. So, that wasn't great. That just filled a gap. But I have noticed on some YouTube videos a lot of tourists swear by the ham and cheese sandwich as the highest culinary advance of Western civilization. They make it to a 7-Eleven or something like that. Pick up all their American fast foods or junk foods. And they're having this, which constitutes a satisfying Asian experience for them. It's this a woman, a cleaner. Another lovely building over there. It's beautiful walking around here. That's a school. School over there. High school, I think. Mostly been closed while I've been here during the pandemic. Open now though. I see young girls in school uniforms on weekdays, walking and cycling to school. And the Independence Monument is just up there. Singaporean Embassy is on the right. American Embassy is on the left up there. So this is the Norodom Prince. Let's have a look. We'll get it. Just so you know where you are. It's Preah Norodom Boulevard. Okay, it's a main thoroughfare. Oh, when we get the green light. Doesn't mean much. It means more here than it does in Vietnam. And there's another bus. So that must be, it's a Saturday afternoon. Must be about half an hour since I saw the last one. That's number 2 service. I looked on a bus stop and saw it goes right downtown. Down by what Norodom goes way out there, quite some distance. And that's where I went on my ride to nowhere. My other video, Ride to Nowhere. Down past the Independence Monument and 30 minutes on from there. Got nowhere. Check it out. There is some more food up here. It would be better value than that. You know, if you go to a Western style place you're going to pay. Generally the food is very, very good. There's a little, oh, this is all new. That was open park. That was just open grassland before, but now it's been boarded off. I wonder if it's school grounds. Could very well be. That's the Royal Palace there, the back of the Royal Palace. I don't know if you can see it, there's a sentry box there. There'll be an armed sentry in there with a rifle. I wonder what they're doing here. How permanent this enclosure will be. They're gonna, oh yes, what's happened is this was the area where there was food. I was going to make a video of it actually, where local people came, had a good meal for next to nothing. But obviously some sort of development going to happen along here now. The relentless modernisation of Cambodia by an increasingly well-educated population. It's a police station here. This is our traffic police. So you can see they have all these. Maybe something's happened. There's been an ASEAN delegation here. I saw a Pakistani diplomatic car yesterday, and some days before I saw a very big Vietnamese delegation, complete with motorcycle escorts and everything. Vietnam being a very important country in this part of the world. Liberated Cambodia from the Khmer Rouge. Restored their currency, their healthcare system, their education system, their civil service. They got Cambodia back on track. And here we are on Street 19. This is a great looking place, and here I went in, I got the beef stew. It wasn't very good. It's such a nice place. I will go back there and try something else. If I try something local, whereas a beef stew is, probably trying to cater to Westerners, and they just wasn't very good. I'm sure they'll have some good meals in there. It's up to me to find them. Flawless. As you can see, the weather is gorgeous. The weather is always fine here. Beautiful weather. It would be at least 30 degrees. Somewhere in the 30-degree range. Right in the middle of winter. It's 30 degrees Celsius. A few months' time it'll start to get brutally hot. And then you call upon the midday siesta and get about accordingly. here to a street food vendor. I'm just going to get some sausages. I go to this one a few times a week. It's a small family business. The woman who runs it is just absolutely beautiful. Very shy. And will not appreciate me shooting video of her. Cats are very skittish here. Forget about that. Usually on a Sunday she's not there, Saturday's the day and she's not there. Could be something religious. She's definitely ethnically Khmer. What am I going to do about food later in the day? It's not a big problem. I'm just down there at the riverfront. I don't know if you can see that tall building behind the trees, but that's on the other side of the Tonle Sap River. This is the back of the Royal Palace. Policeman over there guarding it. Police station here. No problem. Very laid back. Not really interested in foreigners. Yes, you're riding a very expensive motorcycle, being a bit flashy, then you might get stopped and get an instant fine. Generally they'll leave you alone. There's my friend from the Pado sandwich shop. Very quiet Saturday afternoon. What have they got? 2,500 real. Don't know what that is. And here I am back at the Sweet Home Cafe, Library Cafe. So that'll be about it for today. I'm back at the hotel, and just to get our bearings, just down there is the vegetarian restaurant where I got that curry soup. So what did we do? What did we learn? What did we achieve? Let's go over it again. See what else we have to do. Well, Vietnam Airlines was closed, but I wanted to find out, I wanted to get it directly from them about you know, buying tickets, whether I had to get a return or if I could get a one-way ticket. I need to find out about what sort of visa I'll be able to get, but I won't do that until after I've got my ticket and my vaccine passport or certificate of vaccination. I'm not sure what it will be called. It's Monday and we've come back to Vietnam Airlines to ask a couple of questions, find out what's happening. I don't know if I'll be able to film in there, but we'll find out soon enough. Can I go in there? What? Is it open? There goes the security guard in there. He's checked me out. Now he's going in there to check out. So, flight number, here we have reservation information. Go to our website, Vietnam, www.vietnamairlines.com, or contact directly to travel agencies. Okay, I couldn't get in, but someone came out and saw me, and I asked some tickets, so I asked some questions. Can I buy a ticket, or can I buy a one-way ticket? And at the moment, that is before March the 15th, at least, you confirm your visa, then you buy a ticket. So visa first, ticket second. That will probably change on March the 15th, or maybe even just a little bit before. Now, can I buy my ticket at the Vietnam Airlines office here on Route 214, Street 214. He said, yes, it is possible, but they're not actually well organized for it right now, so he recommended that you buy your ticket at a travel agency. Or of course you can buy it online, but I've already said what reservations I have about that. So get your paper ticket. I want a paper ticket. And as we know from I've looked at videos of people who've been traveling into Thailand and the Philippines. You scan your QR code and get everything. But actually, what the authorities want to see is paper. So even if you're scanned, you've got it all digitally stored. Have paper hard copies. Carry them with you, accessible. And when you get to the border, as you go through the various bits and pieces, getting on the plane, looking for entry, show them your hard copy, produce your hard copy. Is that little food stall? Did I stop? No. Did I? Well, you know what I did. If you've been paying attention. If you've been paying attention for $15,000, what did I do there? No one can win. So I hope that's clear. We'll leave it here. We'll leave it at that for today. But over the next couple of weeks, as I go through this process, it's like I'm going to have to go down to the Vietnam Embassy. Go down to the Vietnam Embassy, ask about getting the visa, and a few other things. See if I can get my booster shot. This is the road going down to the Central Market. I don't know what road. Oh, we can see over there. So Raffles Medical is down there. 2 very short blocks. Very, very close. So we've come up from Preah Norodom. This is Street 214. That's Pasteur Street. Pasteur Street 51. Route 51. And if you go down there, this way, you'll find the Central Market about, I can see it, but you probably won't show up here. About 15 minutes walk down that way. So we'll leave it there. Thank you for watching this video, and please subscribe to this YouTube channel. And stay tuned, because I'll be giving you a lot more updates on how to get back into Vietnam, starting March 15, 2022.